At 80, Eric Clapton is finally opening up about his lifelong connection to George Harrison, a friendship as complex as his own story. Born Eric Patrick Clapton on March 30th, 1945 in Ripley, Surrey, England, he grew up under strange family circumstances, believing his grandparents were his parents and his mother was his sister. That revelation left deep scars, shaping the emotional honesty that would define his music. From a young age, Clapton was captivated by the blues, drawing inspiration from legends like Robert Johnson, Muddy Waters, and B.B. King. These influences molded his style, bridging American blues with the emerging sound of British rock. He first rose to fame in the early 1960s with the Yardbirds, but when the band drifted toward pop, Clapton walked away, choosing authenticity over fame. Soon after, his work with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers earned him the nickname Slow Hand and cemented his reputation as one of rock's purest blues guitarists. In 1966, Clapton co-founded Cream with Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker, fusing heavy blues and psychedelia into hits like Sunshine of Your Love and White Room. Though Cream lasted only 2 years, it made Clapton a global rock icon. Restless and ever-evolving, he went on to form Blind Faith with Steve Winwood and later Derek and the Dominoes, creating the timeless masterpiece Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs in 1970. Each chapter reflected a man forever chasing truth through music, both in sound and in soul. The title track Layla, inspired by Eric Clapton's forbidden love for Pattie Boyd, the wife of his close friend George Harrison, remains one of rock's most powerful love songs. Its fiery guitar riffs and aching emotion revealed a man torn between friendship and passion. But behind the legend, Clapton's life was also marked by deep personal struggle. Through the 1970s, he battled heroin and alcohol addiction, nearly losing everything he had built. With time, support, and sheer determination, Clapton overcame his demons, turning his pain into purpose. His openness about addiction made him not just a rock icon, but a symbol of resilience. Yet tragedy struck again in 1991 with the death of his 4-year-old son, Connor. From that heartbreak came Tears in Heaven, a song so intimate and sorrowful that it resonated with millions, cementing Clapton's place as both a virtuoso and a storyteller of the human soul. Throughout his career, Clapton collaborated with legends like George Harrison, Bob Dylan, J.J. Cale, and B.B. King, effortlessly crossing genres from blues to reggae. His rendition of I Shot the Sheriff proved his ability to reinvent himself while staying true to his blues roots. Clapton's friendship with George Harrison began in the late 1960s, built on mutual admiration and musical respect. He even played on While My Guitar Gently Weeps, a collaboration that deepened their creative bond. But beneath that friendship lay a secret. Clapton had fallen deeply in love with Harrison's wife, Pattie Boyd, the muse behind Something. His unrequited love became the heart of Layla, transforming personal agony into musical immortality. Years later, when Harrison and Boyd's marriage ended, fate brought Clapton and Pattie together. They married on March 27, 1979 in Tucson, Arizona, seemingly closing one of rock's most famous love triangles. For Clapton, it felt like redemption, a union born from years of longing and pain. Yet happiness proved fleeting. The couple struggled to have children, enduring multiple miscarriages and even trying IVF in 1984, only to face more heartbreak. Those losses weighed heavily on their marriage, testing even the strongest of bonds. As Eric Clapton's life spiraled through fame and heartbreak, he made choices that would change everything. During a rough patch in his marriage to Pattie Boyd, Clapton began an affair with Italian model and actress Lori Del Santo. From that relationship came his son Connor, born on August 21, 1986, a bright light in an otherwise turbulent time. But joy quickly turned to heartbreak. When Boyd discovered the affair and Connor's existence, the betrayal shattered their already fragile marriage. By 1989, Clapton and Boyd divorced, ending one of rock's most talked-about love stories. Just 2 years later, tragedy struck again. On March 20th, 1991, 4-year-old Connor died in a tragic fall from a New York high-rise window. The unimaginable loss left Clapton broken. Out of that grief came Tears in Heaven, a haunting ballad that captured both his pain and his hope of reunion beyond this life. The song became one of his most beloved works, touching millions around the world. After years of turmoil, Clapton found peace and renewal. In 1998, he met Melia McKeanery, a young administrative assistant, after a concert in Ohio. Their quiet romance blossomed away from the spotlight, and on January 1st, 2002, they married in a small ceremony in Clapton's hometown of Ripley, England. Together, they built the family he had always longed for, raising 3 daughters who brought balance and joy to his life. Now, at 80, Clapton looks back on a life of soaring triumphs and devastating lows. Among his most meaningful relationships was his deep bond with George Harrison, a friendship that transcended fame, rivalry, and love. After decades of silence, Clapton has finally spoken candidly, describing Harrison not just as a fellow musician but as a kindred spirit, a brother in both art and soul. "He was like a brother to me," Clapton recalls, "but there was always this unspoken competition between us." Both guitarists were extraordinary, though their styles differed. Clapton, fiery and blues-driven; Harrison, melodic and spiritually infused. Despite contrasts, mutual respect defined their bond. Late-night jam sessions at Harrison's home became a ritual, trading licks, laughing at mistakes, pushing each other to grow. But their friendship faced its greatest test when Clapton fell deeply in love with Harrison's wife, Pattie Boyd. "I couldn't help how I felt," Clapton admitted. "I loved her with everything I had. I think George knew it long before anyone else did." What might have destroyed a lesser friendship instead became one of the most unusual and enduring bonds in music history. Clapton poured his longing into songs like Layla, while Harrison, though hurt, never turned away. "George was hurt, and I knew it, but he forgave me, the most forgiving man I've ever known," Clapton said. That generosity sustained their bond, even after Boyd left Harrison and married Clapton. Music remained their bridge, letting them play side by side as if nothing had changed. In Harrison's later years, their friendship endured in quiet companionship. "Sometimes we'd just sit together, and the silence said more than words ever could." Harrison's death in 2001 was devastating, and Clapton honored him with a tribute concert the next year. Reflecting back, he said, "I've played with many great musicians, but George was special. He wasn't trying to outplay you. He was just trying to make something beautiful." At 80, Clapton carries a simple truth. George Harrison was, and always will be, one of his greatest friends. "George had this light about him," Clapton said. "Even in dark times, he carried peace. I miss him every day." In the 1970s, drugs and alcohol nearly destroyed Clapton's life and career. In 1982, he made the brave choice to quit, beginning a long journey to reclaim his health, music, and peace of mind. Cigarettes lingered, but he finally quit in 1994, completing his transformation. Clapton's story is a testament to resilience, the power of choice, and the creative rebirth that can follow even the darkest struggles.